The final playoff push is upon us. It's Week 12 of the NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24. They'll start on the ground with Benson. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. Second down coming up. You look at this Packers defense. They were terrific last week in the win over the Rams.
And the big thing for them was the interceptions. And you hear teams all the time talk about establishing themselves against the pass. You know, no-fly zones and things of that nature. This group had a bunch of them in last week's game.
Now a 2nd and 6. Murray now to throw. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Partner, what we're seeing so far is the defense is certainly coordinated. Doing their jobs in tandem. The pressure got hard on that last play and forced him to try and throw through contact and short of the sticks.
This defense looking for an early stop. This is 3rd down and 6. Murray now. He's going to walk through on deep left side here. Oh, and a bad throw there. It's intercepted. Andrew Booth picks it off. And the Packers are going to take over here at their own 22-yard line.
Keep the catch.
One, ready?
Go! Oh! Let's go!
Here we go.
Let's get it down there, man! All right, let's control the clock.
Now Burrow changing things up here.
Right now, has an offense. We have an offense.
They'll come out throwing here on 1st down. And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there. And it's 2nd down.
Against a team coming off a win just as your team did the previous week, you talk about being physical all game long. Sometimes being physical is just being on the spot and helping force the incompletion.
And they go play action now. Burrow. Got a man over the middle, and it's complete. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. Give him 18 on that play, and Green Bay has the first as well. Burrow looking to pass. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. The Packers, it's 7-3 now on the year, and they've been in a great groove. Winners of 7 of their last 10 now on the year.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
Second and 10, a very chilly day here, but no snow. And I got to say, if it's going to be this cold, I want snow. You should see Charles' face. He's looking at me like I'm crazy. First carry for Josh Jacobs. And the play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11. Well, this defense for the Cardinals, they were excellent a week ago in the win over Pittsburgh.
And no matter what's done throughout a ball game, It always comes back to blocking and tackling. That's the essence of football. But I think it's hard for people to understand just how difficult it is to tackle, especially open field. Very few missed tackles on tape that I saw last game. This team does a nice job of getting their opponents on the ground.
Now it's Burrow. The Cards get to him here. He's brought down for a sack. B.J. Ojulari able to record his 5th sack of the season.
It always helps for a visiting team to come in and set the tone on defense. In fact, when we talked with them prior to the game, they said they wanted this home crowd to feel like they had to hide their valuables when they were in town.
Well, the home crowd quiet now early. See if their offense can take over and get some points on the board. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. Fair catch taken just inside the 40-yard line. Only 29 yards on the punt there. Definitely not his best. And the Cards will take over 1st and 10. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. Now, they were intercepted the first time they had the football, but now they get it back, and it's still 0-0.
And because of that, you know what the thought process is? Interception. What interception? It didn't really happen because they gave up no points. So go back on the attack. Go back and run the offense you believe will be successful. Find your playmakers and give them the football.
Ball on the 47-yard line. Here's 2nd and 2. They'll go again with Benson. Now they nearly sprung him that time as he takes this all the way down to the 37. It'll be an Arizona 1st down on a gain of 17.
Well, there's plenty of real estate for him to maneuver on that run, and let's face it, it shouldn't be a surprise. He's one of the better backs in the league. Had to come into this game with the idea, slow him down, otherwise it's going to be a long afternoon.
So into Packer territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 37-yard line. Kyler going to give this to Benson. And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's 2nd down. You look at this Packers defense. They were terrific last week in the win over the Rams.
And the big difference in the game, their ability to force turnovers. Multiple, in fact. Being able to take the ball away, give it back to their offense, the big difference in the game.
It was impressive. Now the question, can they duplicate it? From the 32-yard line now, here's 2nd and 6. On the handoff, Benson running right. And he'll be a little shy of the 25 here at the 26-yard line. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a 1st down.
Well, they came into this game saying it was important that they set the tone and show that they can run the football. I believe that they've done that here in the 1st quarter.
Clock rolling as we hit the midway point of this 1st quarter. On 1st down, it's Benson, and he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
This drive is pretty clear. Almost feels like old school fundamentals, doesn't it? Want to impose their will on the defense. Was that 5 straight runs?
Yeah, 5 straight carries to start this drive, and like you said, the way it's working, they may just stick with it. From the 24 now, here's a 2nd and 8. A give up the middle with Benson. He is taken down at the 21 after a short gain of 2.
What an advantage on the league guy to know the defensive line, because not only does he take up the space and let the linebackers run through, they can also make plays themselves, as we just saw there.
number 7 now coming up on the drive. 3rd and 5. Murray going to throw. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he'll be stopped short of the first down right around the 18-yard line. It'll go as a gain of 4, and that'll bring up 4th down.
Well, we hear so often how tackling has become almost a lost art in the NFL game, but it's so important to tackle well on these receivers, especially in a play like this one. 3rd down, they gave him the underneath stuff. You got to go up and make the tackle right away.
And no move to get the offense off the field. They'll stay put on 4th and 1. Going for it. Here's Benson. And he'll take this one in for the Arizona touchdown. Trey Benson, his 11th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Cardinals have taken the early lead on the road here at Lambeau. Now the extra point try forthcoming. And the Cardinals will go up 7-0. Is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25. About set to get this drive started. The Green Bay offense at the line. The defense got the better of them last series, forcing a punt. See if they make a few changes in the game plan here and try to get points out of this drive. 1st and 10. Give them a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. And what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
They're passing here. Joe Burrow. That one taken in by T. Higgins. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. First catch of the game by Higgins, and he's got his guys a first down.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. Now Burrow going to change things up. Here's Jacobs on 1st and 10. And a good pickup there. He gets about 6 up to midfield.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
Better than this.
Here now, 2nd and 4.
Let's put some points on the scoreboard. 11 MC. Today, all right? This is your game.
And now an audible here into something else. 2nd down, Jacobs once more. And he'll get this down only to about the 46. Call it a gain of 3, but not enough to move the sticks. It'll be third and about a foot or two. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports.
Paid for this?
Back for the second quarter in Green Bay. It's the Packers in possession of the football, as they've got it with a third down and less than a yard.
Gun. Cut. All right, then. Let's get some good plays today. Let's get the let's go. 11 mighty. Let's get the end zone, fellas. Cut.
Trying to run for it with Jacobs. And Jacobs, I don't think is going to get there, no. It appears they're going to mark him short of the first. A loss of a yard, and it brings up fourth.
Partner, you mind if I take off this headset and put on a coaching headset?
You want to get this running game going?
I want to get this running game going. I'm going down there and saying, gentlemen, we have got to run the football. We've got to get it going right now.
Yeah, to this point in the second quarter, it has been a struggle. On fourth down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. Now, this is going to work out well as it's out of bounds near the 13-yard line. Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. Things progressing to plan so far. Their defense has been solid, and they've got themselves a 7-0 lead after the touchdown the last time they had the ball.
And this is no time to even think about, hey, are we going to milk the...
There he goes, right side. He may go. Touchdown, Cardinals. Marvin Harrison Jr., his 14th touchdown now on the year. And the Cards are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead.
Partner, you know what the real key is to stopping a good passing attack?
You tell me.
Being able to tackle as soon as a guy catches the football.
Didn't work out there.
No, because when you give up the big run after catch, the rack yardage, that puts your defense in a big-time stressful position.
A lot of rack yardage and a touchdown there on the big play. Point after, right down the middle. And that'll make the score 14-0. The Cardinals set now to kick this one away, and off we go. Fights off the tackle at the 20. And he'll be brought down right on the chalk of the 20. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And they're in a bind early here, down 14-0. Are you worried at this stage or still too early?
You're worried. You're just trying not to transmit it to the rest of your team. You want to make sure that they stay positive.
They're looking for Higgins, but it is intercepted. Buda Baker with a pick. And they will finally run him down, but not until he brings this one all the way back down inside the 10-yard line. They had him back deep, got the interception, and now they start inside the 10.
Partner, forget starting inside the red zone. They're inside the green zone. From the 10-yard line in, a lot of teams call it that because that's the money zone. Get it into the end zone and make your cash.
Suddenly, it's first and goal after the interception. A quick change in the situation here. Here's Murray, a quick throw complete. Only a yard on the completion. It's second and goal.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. They're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
Two of their 3 red zone trips so far they've come up empty on. They'll look to reverse that trend on second and goal. out to Ford up the middle. And only about a yard there as he takes it from the 9 to the 8.
Go-to-go situation, but my goodness. Think about running the ball. Not even a thought.
Defensive line in a prime spot.
And I think the defensive guys are probably expressing themselves to them as well. I wouldn't run it here, guys. You might want to try throwing it.
Murray now, 3rd and goal. Throw left side complete. That's Benson. And he'll take this one in for the Arizona touchdown. Trey Benson. He scored on the ground and through the air. And the Cardinals take a 3-touchdown lead.
Well, I don't think that we're ready yet to say the route is on, but they have certainly looked near flawless here in this first half, and now an extra point away from making it 21-0.
Yeah, and your experience led you to say that because we have both seen those 21-0 leads come and go in this league, but this one feels pretty darn secure. And here's the other part. Even when people chip away at it, it forces you into being almost perfect on the other side, doesn't it, in order to try and mount a comeback.
The Cardinals set now to kick this one away, and off we go.
And he returns this to the 22.
About set to get this drive started. The Green Bay offense at the line.
And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive because remember last time out they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They're playing awfully well, and they're awfully confident right now. To me, it's time to attack and take some of that momentum back. But make sure you're selective in doing so. Understand where you want to throw the football and make sure it's open before the ball leaves your hands.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. From midfield now, Burrow. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. That's over 40 yards of movement with those last 2 plays.
Here we go. Here we go.
And Burrow going to change the play.
11 MT.
They'll bring a receiver in motion left. Now it's Burrow. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
And not a common sight, at least on this drive. A momentary setback, though, for this passing game that has been moving well this series. Good thing for them, though. Still 2 more downs to connect and try and pick up another first down.
Here we go.
Not liking the look. They'll change the play.
Keep it rolling, boys. Keep it rolling. Put it up the gut.
Off the play fake, here's Burrow. Complete, finding Donnell. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Cardinals 19. Give him 18 on that play, and Green Bay has the first as well.
So here's a 1st and 10 now down inside the 20.
I want to see some points at the end of this drive. 12. Take it all the way, boys. Come on, run it. Let's go, O. Let's go, O.
From the shotgun, Joe Burrow. Hit as he throws there, incomplete.
But this defense is certainly organized and playing off of each other because the rush is providing pressure and the coverage is forcing incompletions and capitalizing on mistakes. When you get every level on defense hitting at once, you get first half scores just like this one.
Here's 2nd and 10.
Keep it rolling, fellas. Here we go. 11. Let's get some
Jacobs from the gun. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
From the shotgun, it's Burrow. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he will reach the 8-yard line before going out. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
And this is an offense in need of getting a few good things to happen. Here's one right here. They've had their share of struggles in key moments, but that's a nice throw and nice work after the throw. And they're set up now for the 1st and goal.
And he is going to lose yardage here. It'll go as a loss on the play. Not what you need down here. It's going to be 2nd and goal. Burrow will throw. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Well, this defense is going to have to finish the job. There's still a second half that they have to play. But so far, an absolute total effort. They've disrupted the passing game, stressed the pocket for the quarterback. They forced him into errant throws. Everything they're doing has been executed well.
They'll run with Jacobs. And he takes this down to about the 2 before going out of bounds. A gain of 7 might change the thought process here as they have some options on 4th and goal.
This is a long drive. Offensively, wouldn't you hate to end this with just 3 points?
Doesn't it feel like during a ball game you have certain narratives going on and there's certain drives that seem to take on just a bit more importance than others? This feels like one of those, doesn't it? To me, 3 points here, a major letdown. This is the time to go and put 6 on the board.
Can this defense hold them out? Here we go now. 4th and goal from the 2. They'll try and throw for it with Burrow. And he's got it. It's caught for a Packers touchdown. Mark Andrews, a 2-yard touchdown grab. And the Packers' decision to go for it pays off with 6 points.
That seemed like a much-needed touchdown after 21 unanswered points to start the game.
It's not often that you equate a football game to a golf tournament, but it's like you don't want to shoot yourself out of the tournament too early. So they needed that touchdown to make sure that they got an opportunity to not just get back into this game, but a chance to win it later if they continue to play well.
So the Packer kickoff team set to go as they will kick this one away. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And this return going to come to a quick end as he is belted at the end of that one.
I believe in you, D. I believe in you. Play some defense out there now. Back, boys. Keep forcing them back.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense.
So both of these teams, Charles, coming off touchdowns now, but this offense, they just had to stand on the sideline, watch their opponent offer a really impressive drive to reach the end zone.
Yeah, and I think you're not telling yourself the truth if you don't think there's some marksmanship going on right now, because they just had a touchdown answer by drive, double-digit plays, end zone. Now they want to do something even more impressive to answer that one.
Protection certainly going to need to be a bit better here on 2nd and 16. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
Second and 16. To throw, it's Murray. Open man here is Benson. And they'll bring him down at the 27-yard line. It's a pickup of 12 to set up the third down.
Those yards are going to need it there after the sack on first down. They didn't get all of it back, but now they look at third down as a manageable situation, one that they have a much better chance of picking up.
In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down.
Now Murray. And that is incomplete.
That might be the third down stop that they needed because they've had a lot of trouble slowing down this offense in the first half. This might be their opportunity to get off the field.
Blake Gillikin on to punt now on 4th down.
He only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. This is brought in at the 21. 51 yards on the punt there. And it'll be Packer football here. First down and 10. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway.
Well, Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive, and they need them right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, and this is exactly why you practice a 2-minute drill all through camp and at least one practice each week before a game. A minute left, more than enough time to string a few completions together, reach the end zone, and then make that walk back to the locker room just a little more animated.
And they will finally catch him, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. A big play there on the catch and run. 63 yards. This is first and goal and a golden chance to get a score back here before halftime. Here's Burrow setting up to throw it. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Well, Brandon, we see why it's a team game there because there's a sigh of relief that they just released defensively. If he's able to get that one away, that's likely a touchdown. But instead, that pressure from the front got to him and forced the incompletion.
You're right. He had him open just a split second too late on the release. Here's Burrow. And he slings one that's incomplete.
Well, this is a half where not just the coverage, but the entire defense is setting the tone in this game.
Big play coming here. It's third and goal.
Here we go, here we go. All right, let's get some yards, boys. We need 6 on this one.
Now Burrow changing the look.
Let's get out of here with a win,
They just do get the play off as he'll look to throw.
Oh, he had him. He was open, but he couldn't get it to him. It's incomplete.
Toward the back corner of the end zone, but he could not get the feet down. This will wind up incomplete. So on 4th down here, Mike Tomlin says, let's just get 3. From the left hash, should be a fairly easy one here. And his kick here is good.
So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
So the Packer kickoff team set to go as they will kick this one away.
And he's going to be stopped cold. Good coverage there by the kick team to bring that return to an abrupt halt.
Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started.
Already enjoying a 2-score lead here late in the second quarter. Not a ton of time left. We'll see if they can work this at least into field goal range and try to get 3 to add on even more to their lead.
The Cardinals going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 40 seconds remaining in this first half.
2nd and a couple.
Pick it up. Come on, guys. Let's make a play here.
Pass complete there to Harrison.
And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. Now the Cards going to call another timeout, their second. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime.
Don't let him catch the ball, defense. Come on.
Keep it going. Take it to him.
Bring it over to the offense, boys. Let's
Get
not
on it.
here.
Defense. Make us proud. Come on, Vicky.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down.
Stop, defense. Right now, D. Let's shut him down. Shut him down.
On play action, it's Murray. Over the middle, and there's a diving catch. The Cardinals forced to burn their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play.
Oh, what you're working with. Teamwork, baby. That's right. Teamwork.
Showtime. Let's go.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Here's Murray. And it's intercepted at the goal line.
And the Packers are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20.
And, Brandon, this is a real nice job defensively of getting inside a quarterback's head and figuring out, okay, where's he going with the football? Because you can make an educated guess defensively, not all the time, but sometimes. And when you're right, you've got a decent chance of coming away with the football.
Now they'll change things up.
Run it up the gut. 12. Huge offense. Don't let us down. 11, Thomas. Some offense. Let's go. 11. Offense line is like a road tank.
Out of the gun, it's Burrow. Pressure comes, and the Cardinals bring him down. The Packers going to use one of their timeouts as it comes with 22 seconds to go here in half number 1.
But you could almost see his eyes light up defensively. I mean, as a linebacker, that's about as quick as you can get to a quarterback.
So what did your 3rd grade teacher teach you about straight lines, right? As soon as you have those, you take full advantage of them. He found a gap in the offensive line, got to the quarterback, and put him on the deck.
Now Burrow. Under pressure, and they got to him again.
B.J. Ojulari
Able to get in there yet again. That's already 3 sacks for him here in this first half of football. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter.
It's all what you're working with. Teamwork, baby. That's right. Teamwork. Come on, baby.
And they line up now for what will likely be the last play of the first half.
Here we go.
Down, baby. Let's go.
11.
Final play of the half for Burrow and company. He'll rifle this one deep right side. He's got a man complete. So we've hit intermission. It's halftime. This is the NFL, and it's a presentation of EA Sports. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. The Packers set to get the football first, and they are trailing on the scoreboard as we resume action, ready for the third quarter. And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line. About set to get this drive started, the Green Bay offense at the line.
This offense, Charles, had a strong first half throwing the football, at least in terms of yardage, but that hasn't translated so far on the scoreboard as they begin the third quarter here, trailing and looking for a little momentum.
Yeah, you're right about that because, let's face it, in the first half, most of their focus was in the passing game. And to their credit, resulted in a healthy amount of yardage. So I would think that at halftime, they're going to anticipate that defense loosening up a little bit to try and cover the passing lanes. They've got to get the running game going, and there should be some gaps to run through now.
This pass complete to Higgins. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4.
It's a game of matchups, and that's why you take your receivers and move them around a bunch, especially your best guys. And when they work out of the slot, you often hear the coaches talk about how great it is because it gives you a two-way go. You can break out or you can break in. That makes it hard to defend.
From the 29, Burrow. And he's got his man on the out route. It'll be a gain of 5. And that'll bring up what looks to be a third and inches. Can't be more than a half a foot.
Let's go, baby. Let's go.
Burrow bats it forward. It's a jet sweep. No gain on the play there, and it'll bring up fourth down.
A nice play design there with the touch pass. Looked good at the start, but bottom line, the defense was ready.
And they did a nice job scouting, didn't they? Not just scouting, but now executing once they saw the play for real after having worked on it all week in practice. They drilled on the play, then they drilled him.
Now on fourth down, on is the punt team sending this one away. Yeah, he was looking for the checkup bounce, didn't get it. That scoots all the way into the end zone now for a touchback. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. The drive will begin with a run by Benson. And he is brought down at the 22 after a gain of 2, and it brings up second down.
They suspected it was a power play up the middle coming at them, and boy, were they right. That defense got downhill in a hurry and limited them to just a couple on first down.
From the 22, here's second and 8. Another run here with Benson. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it. If this defense wants to stay in this ballgame, they've got to start winning some drives. That helps.
And they have to look ahead at what they expect the offense to do, and right now with that lead, that's run the football. So you don't just stack the line of scrimmage. You have to get upfield and try and make some plays in their backfield.
From the gun on third down, Murray. Flush to his right. Now on the run. He'll throw it back deep over the middle. And unable to connect. Incomplete. Well, give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up fourth down.
That's some good closing speed there defensively because that looked open for a minute. That's great work with the ball in the air. Never gave up. Converged on his man and broke the play up.
A big kick that time, 52 yards. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. Charles, a very uninspired effort the last time we saw them out there. It was a quick 3 and out, and they punted the football.
Yeah, and you never want to get stopped so soundly during a series, but what would be even worse now is letting it happen again right here. They've got to get going.
First play of the drive, a success, 19 yards.
And this is what they're going to need more of. It's the 3rd quarter. You're trailing. You've got to come out with a renewed sense of purpose, and that's a nice way to kick off the drive with good yardage and a 1st down.
He's got his man. It's Andrews. And able to break 1 tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. They'll wind up getting 7 on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
And he'll go right back to Andrews. He'll be taken down at the 48 for a pickup of 2 yards.
Oh, it's time to give a little credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route, and he ran a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line, but once he made the catch, nowhere to turn upfield and gain any yardage.
Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And they're going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made here at the Cardinals' 26. Well, forget the run on 3rd and 1. They shock the D and rip off a pretty big play. Now Burrow changing things up here. They will run out of the gun with Jacobs. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10.
Mistakes out there, offense. Some offense.
11 MT paint. 11 MT paint.
Move those chains.
Now it's Burrow. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
You get the sense that they're saying we're not playing up to what we're capable of, and we're deep enough into the game that the early jitters are long gone, that they should now have some sense of continuity and be able to make some of these plays that they have not been doing so far.
Green Bay, Wisconsin is the spot. 3rd quarter inside Lambeau. Glad you're with us. 2nd and 10. Quick hitter here, it's complete. He's taken down at the 7 after a gain of 7. The 8th play of the drive coming up. It's 3rd and 3. Burrow looking to pass. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he's going to be a yard short. A 2-yard pickup leads to 4th and 1.
Well, it looks like they got what they wanted. They got the completion, but they weren't able to break any tackles or gain nearly enough yardage to pick up the 1st down. Now to be 4th and short.
Okay. This is what does this even happen? Game up.
I guess they figure they got to start taking some chances. Here's a big one in this 3rd quarter as he'll go for it on 4th down. They'll bring a tight end in motion. They go with Jacobs. And he will have the 1st down before he's brought down at the 3. They only got a couple, but a couple's all that they needed as they convert on 4th.
Well, they still have time to get him established, but in my estimation, they've got to pick up the urgency here. They've got to get quickly in and out of the huddle and run off a bunch more plays.
Let's get set.
That defense can't stop you.
11 mighty. 11 mighty. 11 MT. 11 MT.
Jacobs fighting, but he won't get too far. Maybe a yard, that's all, down to the 2. Only a yard on the pickup there. 2nd and goal.
You know, when this offense gets down here near the end zone, they're going to turn to their bell cow, and this guy's been a touchdown machine all year. Excellent job stopping him there on 1st down.
Up, down. Left, right. Here we go. Start some left. 12. All right, let's control the clock here. Just
Jacobs. And this time he is in. Josh Jacobs taking it in from 2 yards out. And the Packers are able to get a score back in the final stages of this third quarter. Well, he finishes off the drive with a touchdown run, Charles. Remember, he also had a catch on this drive as well.
And that's what running backs want to be in today's NFL, a complete back. 3 downs, stay on the field, run it, and catch it. And he gets it done.
Now Mike Tomlin says, let's go ahead and go for 2.
Burrow's going to look to throw for it.
And he's got it. So the try for 2 successful. And with it, they're back within a field goal. So just a 3-point game now as they send this one away.
And we will not have a return. They'll bring this to the 30.
Play clock down to 0, and this is not the way to start a drive.
So they accept the penalty, of course, and push the offense backwards a bit.
The delay of game backs him up 5, 1st and 15. They fake the handoff. Now Murray escaping the pressure right. And I think the ball's out. And this is going to get out of bounds, so they will gain a bit of yardage on the play, actually, and they'll hold on to the football as well.
Well, obviously, you never want to fumble, but if you do, good to be towards the sideline. It saves them the possession.
Saves the embarrassment, saves it going down on the play sheet as a turnover. But I still think it should go to the defense, even if they don't recover it. If you give up the football, you gave up the football.
Agree to disagree, I guess.
Can you tell what I played?
Yeah, you played defense. Yeah. I'll let you go.
I took a shot.
They'll send the tight end in motion left. Here's Murray. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Benson. He's going to be out of bounds on what's going to wind up being the final play of quarter number 3. So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his 3rd down play as we've played 3 quarters. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. The Cardinals on 3rd down. Just 1 for 5 to this point. This time it's 3rd and 3. They'll try to run for it with Benson. And he's got the 1st down yardage before he's brought down at the 42. Give him the 3rd down conversion, 5 yards on the play.
No doubt those are the types of carries they're looking for here, Charles. The lead in the 4th quarter. This is when coaches that have a reliable running game, they breathe a little easier on the sideline.
Yeah, they love the idea that they can take the air out of the football at this point of the game. That means they're really counting on that offensive line, counting on the runners, taking care of the football. Because you're going to tell your quarterback, hey, no time to be a hero. We're not going to throw it here. Just eat up that clock. And if you have the ball, they can't score.
And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. Able to find a lot of empty space there, picking up the first down at a 21-yard gain. They run over center with Benson. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
Here's a 2nd and 8. Murray changing the play. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. He finds his man, complete. It's Benson. And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. That one covers 24 yards. It's a first down.
And when you have success throwing the football, the old cliche becomes true. The playbook opens up wide. And these screen passes, they become even more difficult to stop.
Now a 1st and 10 at the 11. Murray going to throw. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down.
Look, right here, one time.
Second and 10. On the ground, it's Ford. And running room hard to come by here. He gets it down to the 8. They do get a couple, but they'll be left standing at 3rd and 8 coming up.
This is an honest start that can come in and keep drives going.
Out of the huddle now for play number 9 on this drive. This is 3rd down and 8. To throw is Murray. Oh, no, he lost the football. And he nearly got the first himself, but it appears he's going to be about a yard or 2 short. Second time in this game, Charles, the ball has squirted out from his hands. Luckily, his teammate was there to pounce on it.
You're right. Got the lucky bounce, able to retain possession. You know, we often talk about the combine and why do we measure quarterbacks' hands. Is that really a big deal? It's for situations like this. Do you have the hands big enough and strong enough to hold on to the football while being jostled?
On 4th down, they'll try and run for it. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona. Trey Benson with his 3rd touchdown and 18th on the year. And the Cardinals will add to their 4th quarter lead. Extra point right down the middle. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. About
About set to get this drive started. The Green Bay offense at the line. Well, that last touchdown we just saw, what an important one. Now it's back to a 2-score deficit for this crew as they take the field here, and they are in desperate need of finding the end zone.
And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far. It's second down.
Now a 2nd and 10.
Here we go. We have an offense. Let's make some good calls. 11. All right, let's get some yards, boys. 12.
Now it's Burrow.
He'll rifle this one deep right side. And that's caught inside the 35. Touchdown, Packers. A big play there. 78 yards.
And the Packers have made it a 1-score game again here in the 4th.
No, we're not cheering. No, we're not rooting, but I am excited about this, and I know you are too. We got a ball game again after that big-time strike.
Big-time strike, and you are right. Don't go anywhere yet. This thing's not done. Extra point splits the uprights, and now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. So the Packer kickoff team set to go as they will kick this one away.
And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
No-score deep. Look right here, one time.
Tighten up, play your position.
Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. I don't want to say that they're completely against the wall here, Charles, but all of a sudden, with the run that they've been on the other sideline, this is down to a 3-point game. They got to be careful.
Not much space from their back to the wall, though. So you're exactly right. They've got to be careful here. But this is where the value of note-taking and recall comes into play. What was working earlier? Why was it working? Can you get those types of matchups again? And can you run those plays that get you a little bit more breathing room and a little bit of space?
Ball at the 23, 2nd and 8.
Murray now to throw. He finds his man, complete. That's Benson down the left sideline. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona.
Trey Benson.
77 yards.
And the Cardinals use the big play to extend their 4th quarter lead.
In order to lead in a game, you're going to get plenty of contributors, but that's his 2nd touchdown catch of this game. He's one of the key guys in this one.
And you better believe he'll be looking for the hat trick here as this one continues to go. Point after, right down the middle. And his guys will take a 10-point lead.
Let's go, baby. Let's go. That one.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
And he won't quite make it to the 25.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway.
And you figure after giving up that last touchdown, they trail by 2 scores here in the 4th quarter. This drive becomes very critical.
11, Thomas. Keep those 6 moving. 11.
Keep them moving.
11,
James moving, oh.
Hey, you won it. You throw it. It don't matter. They can't stop us.
They're passing here. Joe Burrow.
his man, complete. Yeah, he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. So into Cardinal territory now. It's 1st and 10 at the 37-yard line.
Now Burrow going to change things up.
11.
Back to throw now on 1st down. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
We've seen this quite a few times in this game. Offensive line unable to keep leverage, unable to keep people away, facing a lot of pressure. Fortunate just to get rid of it.
One of the reasons they're down is that inability, though, to stop the pressure. We saw another example of it there. So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10.
Hey, what's this say? 11.
Burrow will throw. Oh, he'll let one go deep for Higgins. Touchdown, Packers. T. Higgins, 37 yards. And the Packers have cut it back within a score. So how about that for an answer? They get the touchdown there, and it's back to a one-score game here in the 4th.
And that's what these guys have done all game long because they've scratched and slashed their way to stay in this game. And by now, we should all realize they're not going away. Now the pressure again swings to their defense because they're going to need to find some way to get the ball back.
Extra point right down the middle. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. So the Packer kickoff team set to go as they will kick this one away. And not willing to risk a return. This ball's going to come out to the 30-yard line. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. A little less than 4 minutes remaining, and the margin for error is small with this slim lead. Operate within your 4-minute offense here, Charles?
Definitely. Remember the 4-minute.
Oh, a heck of an effort there as he'll make the diving catch. So offsides the call, and they understandably decline it.
And this is why we're seeing more and more teams hiring that one coach to the staff that's in charge of all these things. This one's minor. It's pretty easy to figure out. But all the game management stuff, trying to help out the head coach in his decision-making process.
Murray and the Cardinals with a 1st and 10, just shy of midfield at the 49.
Defense, one stop.
Shotgun snap and a give to Benson. And this will be stopped at the 44. That one good for 7 yards. Well, at this stage, that's exactly what you want offensively. Good run on 1st down, stay in bounds, keep that clock rolling.
And look at that play chart that the play caller has in his hands right now. That's what you got to focus in on because that's divided up by sections. And right now, he's looking at that 4-minute offense section. What running plays do we have to bleed down the clock and take care of the football? Right now, they're executing really well.
Green.
Play fake. Murray rolling to his right. And it is caught downfield by Harrison. And he'll take this one in for the Arizona touchdown. Marvin Harrison Jr. with touchdown number 15 of the year and 2nd of the game as his guys are able to extend their lead. But that's certainly an important touchdown there. It makes this a 2-score game.
But as we've seen, no lead is safe in this one with the way these two offenses have lit up the scoreboard. I would imagine that on their sidelines, they're both yelling at their defenses, hey, you want to get involved here? One big play from you, that could win the game for us.
The call is to go for one and kick the extra point. And his guys will take a 10-point lead.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. Here's 1st and 10.
Here we go. Let's shred them on this drive, boys. Here we go.
They'll send a receiver in motion left. Here's Burrow setting up to throw it. A short throw caught by Andrews. And he's brought down at the 34. Call it a gain of 4.
Get some points on the board.
From the shotgun, it's Burrow. Able to connect with Jacobs. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. Down under 2 minutes to go in this football game.
All 3 timeouts remain, but they've got to score quick. It's 1st and 10.
Burrow. Eluding the pressure right. And he just gets rid of it. Throws it away. A wise move there. Looked like nobody open. Now 2nd down.
Whew, that's certainly not the worst thing. It stops the clock and lets your offense catch its breath and lets us exhale a little bit. Now I expect them to call a couple plays in the huddle so they're ready if a tackle happens inbounds.
Here we go.
Here's Burrow.
And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
Back-to-back incompletions, but we know this is definitely 4-down territory. Time not on their side. I don't think they want to try and get the 1st down in 2 installments. I think they got to go and get it right here, right now.
All right, now let's get in that end.
Let's shred them on this drive, boys. Get in the pocket. Listen, keep racing.
To throw, Burrow.
Now a desperation throw deep downfield. That's caught inside the 20. And he's going to get this deep on it.
Well, they're not going to go quietly. That's a big play right there. 2 scores down. They're not out of this, but they've got to move.
There's a quick throw to Higgins out wide.
They like going to him in the slot. He catches another one.
I think this comes under the heading of until they stop him, why not go back to him? He has something going really well. Great working relationship with the guy throwing them.
And this is caught for a touchdown. So hang on now. Things just got a little bit more interesting here in the final minute. Okay, game on. Don't go anywhere yet. You got a 1-score game now. Probably going to rely on the onside kick coming up.
Yeah, they have to. It's not a high percentage play, but it's better than not having a chance at all. And that's when you put your leapers and your flyers on one side, get that high hop, and hope that one of the guys can come up with it.
And on the other side, get that hands team ready.
No doubt about it.
Extra point splits the uprights. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. Time definitely of the essence now. Just under a minute to play, and here we go. Oh, I think the Packers got it. Yep, Green Bay football. So they needed the onside kick. They got it. Now they need a field goal.
And that's the beauty of this. They don't have to get 6. A field goal ties the ball game for them. Nicely executed play.
They'll come up 1st and 10 here.
Gun.
And Burrow going to change the play. Throwing, Burrow. He'll swing that out wide to Jacobs.
And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
And it's knocked away and incomplete. These are the spots, this stage of the game, where it pays to have speed on the perimeter, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and in the second quarter, he may very well run by him, but in this situation, I know as a defender, I'm loosening up a couple of extra steps that allowed him to run with him stride for stride.
An important one here, no doubt. 3rd and 4.
11 empty. 11 empty. Keep those sticks moving. Play it safe, boys.
Now Burrow. And that's going to be incomplete.
And that may turn out to be an ill-advised shot that far downfield. Now it's 4th down. And I don't think you'd call this field goal range. I think you've got to go for it unless you have supreme confidence in your kicker. We'll see what they do.
Too far for a field goal. They've got to go. It's 4th down.
Here we go. 12. 11 Thomas.
Burrow. Oh, and that's going to sabotage their comeback plans. It is intercepted. Well, he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And they will score. It's a pick six for the Cardinals touchdown.
And so much for the game-winning 2-minute drive. I think that interception return there pretty much seals the deal.
And one thing to keep in mind, in this situation with the score that close, defense isn't backing off and just giving you easy throws. They're playing aggressively as well, and they end up picking that one off and sealing the deal for themselves.
Point after, right down the middle. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. The Cardinals setting out to kick this one away, and off we go.
And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line. This is 1st and 10.
Point from the board. Here we go. 11. 11 Thomas.
All right, offense, keep pushing the ball.
Here we go with Burrow. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
You get into these 2-minute drill situations, and you often got tired legs on the offensive line. But these defenders, they've been rotating in and out, and they're a little bit fresher and quicker. And the pressure there forced the incompletion.
Keep moving the ball.
Now it's Burrow. Flushed out right. He's going to let it fly. And that's caught inside the 35. The Packers going to use one of their timeouts. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break.
Defensive talk 101. Yeah, you may shrink the field with your defense, but it's so easy to lose someone on the backside. And he finds him and picks up a big gain.
Here's 1st down.
All right, keep it together, offense. Keep it together.
Throwing now is Joe Burrow. And that's going to be caught. T. Higgins. And now we'll get a timeout here. They're able to stop it with 1 second to go in this game.
I tell you what, it looks like he's shaking off that pick six just fine. It's not just defensive backs that have to have short memories. Quarterbacks utilize that as well. A much more confident throw right there.
Gun. Got.
All right. Let's control the clock. Do this, offense.
Boys, come on. You got to get that.
Chain's moving. Oh.
A final shot now for Burrow. And that will be incomplete. They were going for a consolation TD, but it was not to be. And time has run out now on this game.
And as this defense walks off the field, they can do so with their heads held high. What a performance by the offense, too. I mean, really, Charles, just complete domination on both sides of the football here in this one.
Certainly was, and I think both sides compete against each other all the time. They go to each other in practice.